Let's see if this works this time. Teach me and make me lose a whole entire 2 hours. You guys, it was unfortunate that I streamed all that time and please, bro, please. I really... Bruh, please, for the love of God. Okay, I think it's working right now. We're just gonna hope. Okay. But not much was missed from last time. We're just going ahead and getting Gina to say that she wants to be represented in court because no one is representing her. Oh my God. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer, nothing. Yes, you do. Especially in the court of law. Well, at least this should mean that we can investigate the scene at Windibanks now. Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Guinea when we're done here. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us a lot. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows. Goddamn. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Okay, I think the stream is fine now. I'm just hearing myself echo in my head. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us from investigating at Windibanks. Let me put my glasses on. My eyes. Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. I was that close to it to be continued. Oh, well, you guys wouldn't know, because... Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face to see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! Ow! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Gone. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Wintermake and Gina.
Alright, well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case that the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lawrence Starkheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, Sunshine.
Come on then, let's not waste any time.
Investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place.
You mean this on the ground?
There's an article ledger here, and Mr. Winterbank's notes, and... What's this? It looks as though someone's left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back, there's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie, show us.
15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th April, 10:30 p.m. Gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Jenny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Winterbeak just used whatever piece of paper he had to have in hand.
This photograph of a cat looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same one as Jenny gave us earlier.
Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then? Get it out!
Alright, let the cogs turn. Yes, they are exactly the same. Well, if one corner was used as a redemption ticket, perhaps the other photograph that Gina gave us has something written on the back too.
I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What is that? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found on Mr. Winterbake's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden behind these two photographs?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
I could see it because the angle of the cat is a little different.
Have another look at them now.
This one's looking away from the camera, I think.
See, they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle, though.
But what's the reason for the subtle difference behind this pair of photographs? It's meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Oh, a stereoscope. Why did I feel as though I heard that word before recently? Oh, yes! That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. You see? There it is. Just over there. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to get to carry on an investigation in the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Have you ever considered, Runo, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just open them and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes. Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you will see straight away. What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. In your head, your brain uses that to shift the estimate depth and merges the views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. Oh, my brain is really amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Oh, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints. Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Chisato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me. And see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn, Uno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see two overlapping images like this. You try it now, Runo. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step. So put the pair side by side like this. The prints are slowly merged together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could do it all day. Until your eyes get stuck. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Runo. I'm actually like trying to do it. like this. There, you managed it. So you know how stereoscopic image works. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. So what do you think of those stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Oh, if I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. And then instead of photographs, it's standing in the back like this. It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if the little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. Quick pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Probably. Which reminds me, the back of this photograph was used to write the pawnbroker's ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday, and the other photograph came from the pocket of Magilda's overcoat. We need to examine everything thoroughly, don't forget. It's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Bruno? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy with all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We were sifting through all the shifts at least, but still, we'll be working through the night, that's for sure, and even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. And crime in the pawnbrokers must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in the pawnbrokers. These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display. This is really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Bruno? Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them, even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever. Okay. Oh, okay. I was honestly low-key scared to investigate in here, because I was like, if I don't investigate one thing, I feel like I haven't investigated anything. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it close again. Oh, really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Shun showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Oh, well, that's for public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is much simpler designed for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. This officer has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Shh! Keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here. And we must tell Gregsy at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home 2 days already. I need a constable to relieve me and take over my shift. They really have a tough time, the British police. That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Oh, look here. Oh. Oh, yes, a bullet hole. I can see the bullet still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Winterbank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Oh, well. Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry. It's all there in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Bruno? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Oh. Oh, the color of the blood stain has changed. There. Does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful. The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at. In a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jenny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to, in a flash.
Oh... It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it?
One flash or two, this could well turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we must make a note of it in the court record. Just keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio.
As long as I have a Regent left, sure. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Gregsy said, right? Yes, and that's where I saw the dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Mr. Winterbank face down on the floor with Gina beside him. As the accused's legal representative, you have the right. Oh, okay. You have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime.
Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them.
Oh my god. Sorry, my bad. I guess I have to use the move button to move to the storeroom. Poor Iris, she's cleaned up completely. Iris's bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winterbank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Oh. Wait, Inspector. What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer like you? Well... I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little much for a young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? I don't think that went very well. Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
We have investigating to do ourselves. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. So, Inspector, what do you make of the scene of the crime here? You got eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh my god. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after an hour after 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing? Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Jenny? She's my best friend, you know, Inspector. She said friend, not best friend, whoops. In the slush trade, the hapless girl was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No! Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket we found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend. In something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that all some sort of misunderstanding. Oh my god, of course it is, Inspector, of course it is. Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright, is he? Thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well... Out with it! Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body? Anesthetized? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness, the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Oh my. No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in the system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Hurley. The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I should get word to you. I'm surprised. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way.
police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
Poor Mr. Winterbank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was just shot once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. This must be his blood then.
Ah!
I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps...
Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
So, now we know the color of the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Winterbank's blood. And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop.
No, but let's add the sample of the others we've already collected anyway.
This is a revolver, a real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Winterbank's life.
What's the matter, Susie?
You look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with this yesterday, didn't we?
Tried to take my own life.
Yeah, because he kept waving that bitch around. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door into the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Winterbank told us that he's only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun had been fired. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. But there's another bullet. There's another bullet in the main room. So it has to be more than one bullet that's gotten shot. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Of all the articles in this store, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked.
Huh?
What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my
published story, The Hound of the Big Baskerville. Surely that's not what all this is. Not what all this. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
You must check inside the box at once.
Yes.
It was there. Iris' story was there.
Really? It was?
Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it.
Really, because that's not a very well hidden frown. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. It's really enormous, isn't it? It's been an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in the pawn. It's too much to think about. Better sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Wondermaker was very careful when it came to these articles in his care. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there?
Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my. Why would you do something like that? It'll only make her situation worse. Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight of your words carry. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have thrown back his head and guffawed. I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, anyway, looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. Should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Bruno. Come along, Susie. Naruhodo. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san has picked up on that. Well, in that case... Yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Look, on the back of this print here, there's something written on it. 13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th of April, 9 p.m. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket? For an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident in the omnibus, it would seem. Yes, a small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos. I can't help wondering. Presumably Mr. McGill never redeemed the article in question, still he had the ticket. So isn't it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop? Oh, yes. If it's something Mr. McGill deposited, we need to investigate. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. Look at that. This is a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? You simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you have an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, do you know as well? You're first, Runo. Who do you think it belongs to? I believe that this blood is the blood of... It's gotta be him. Thrice-fired Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now. That case... And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice-fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was left on a ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibanks yesterday, and suggesting that the listing was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from that Mr. Mason. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now, ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint on this mark. But we knew that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Haruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well. Let's make a note of this. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Sholmes said that he deposited at Windibanks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. I would hardly say I can't publish it. I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe... It's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. There's fucking gnat in here. Wish I could say that definitely isn't the thing. Oh. I guess there was no point in that. Oh my god.
think I investigated everything in here. I don't know where to go now. What do I do now? Inspector, what do you make of this? Oh, whatever here then. A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket for Mr. McGilda's overcoat, the one that the little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? You think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, just look on it. Bruno's right, Grexy. It's the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I can be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilded, in fact, had another article in storage at Winterbanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good, because he's never ever so easy to talk to. The ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat. Huh? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems. I should have insisted on the last taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilder deposited another article here with Mr. Winterbank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Grexy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking. There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where its forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. I can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger. Ugh. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. What the fuck? Ah! Nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Mr. Winterbank set such a wicked trap? I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Oh shit, excuse me. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh. Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Can we look on the shelves? Yes, this is where all the items have been forfeited by their original owners and offered for sale. That's right, they've all gone to little price labels on them, but there's so many. Under the small box in the sickles for the one on the shelves somewhere. The box that he deposited here just over 2 months ago. Even if it were, finding it promises to be troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes, it could be any one of them. Mr. Sholmes said that a pawnbrook is the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps the small box of Mr. McGillis contains something of very great value. Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked. So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Oh! Oh my god, girl. Go back to Japan.
That sort of misconduct will get you arrested. I won't let that happen. Ah, this takes me back. It's been some time since this automaton last threw me. I was just making sure. I got tossed again. Oh, Gina, good, you're back. The police must have finished questioning her then. Well, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windibanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Alright then, blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. So come on, fill us in. Well, who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know how yet. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we've managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? For example, the reason you were being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Mr. Windibanks that night. Looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason. And thrust it in Gina's face. Could I present it to her calmly, I suppose? Down to Bakersville. How does this also know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose we'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Winterbank showed no sign of it being ransacked for items to sale or the like, with one exception: the box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gino, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? Huh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of Baskerville was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened, please? Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story is the latest Jones adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Jeannie, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I weren't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the mantelpiece. For Iris' sake, isn't that right? We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gino. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't mean it like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if her was telling me the truth sometimes. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Jones was being honest. If he'd really deposited a manuscript at Winterbank's? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris' lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about my daddy? You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and kind, Ginny. Yes. We never would have thought any different, did we? Look! Give it a rest, will you? I hate all this chummy nonsense. You hear I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of her overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. What? What are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of the other findings in that area to Gino now. Do you see this pawnbroker's ticket, Gina? It's the one you took to Windobanks, isn't it? The one for that black overcoat that you're wearing now.
Eh? What? That? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets.
Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it that would appear to be blood. Does that ring any bells?
I don't know, it looks all the same to me.
And they sound all the same to me. These answers are suspicious. We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we need is to have them handed over to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
Nah, don't bother. Ginny.
Rip them up and chuck them, would you? The representation papers or whatever they're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to have it in. So what will you do in court tomorrow?
I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen.
This is one stubborn pickpocket. Here, Gina, look at this.
No talk. I wasn't saying you could have it. Oh, weren't you? Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, see? So you better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you.
This is your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Now that I know that not that I know who's blood yet. What?
Blood? It's Yanodahodo.
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So, could it be blood spattered from Mr. Windobank when he was shot last night?
Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Oh! Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Oh my. What the?
Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. And of course, the black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted to the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly.
Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha, yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago.
I knew it.
What are you all about? The victim? What do you mean?
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means on the obelisk, the case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed.
Oi, would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story.
You can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilder's overcoat. But in a trial 2 months ago, the defendant said in his testimony, "Now I ask you, whose good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach?" I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. If you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from Mr. McGilda trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. That was really what happened. The blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGilda's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Miss Magnus McGilded. Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last, and I helped the man walk free from that trial. He used all that twisted testimony, all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? Did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilda was innocent? I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to, because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must report to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we ever really have. Unwavering belief. Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Gina. Oh, sounds like the Empire of Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft. Oh, come on, look at the mess you got into, believing in that bot charter. So I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let your guard down, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants and all now, Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up to that garden, in the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust you now after everything that's happened. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Are you half-baked? Not at all. You've once admitted to committing the crime, haven't you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth.
seriously, Mr. Narrow Otto, didn't you hear all what I said before? I'm born on a wire. Fibs just trip off me tongue, and I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. It's true that I'm just a student of law and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience, but I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side. What do you expect me to say to that? Oh. Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Lot Art. I don't know what you are. I don't get you. Gina's taking herself off the back to her cell. She never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out all right in the end, I think. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping in the height is cowardice. Mr. Sato, somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Who is this? Oh. What the fuck are you doing here? I suppose you were using one of those Mr. Japanese arts like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Gregzy! Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. If I don't get this emergency that the Supreme Court dealt with sharp as Lord Strongheart will, well, emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing, forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off. Alright, Gregzy, if you have to. Well, let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Gregzy is so funny. He says such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police falling to a 10-year-old girl. No, it's not. It's a little weird. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency at the Supreme Court is. I must attend to the court's clerk office before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Miss Susato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san will be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Naruhodo-san? It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. Wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your jujutsu assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Winterbeck's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case for tomorrow. Thank you so much, Susato-san. I'll do my best. You really are the best jujutsu assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. The gilded notes have been entered into the court record. It's just 2 months since we've arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I'd be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of a courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off of them in the complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we only see a small number of those facets, and what illuminated is only part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like?
Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it'll all become clear, that all the facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. Sorry, I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Do you know what time you'll leave London?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial.
Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. Please, for me, do try. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Susato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say.
Oh, fuck.
What was that? Secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Susato-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about the nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And as the cacophony and senses of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. This fucking nap, dude. Yes, I quite understand. That was a great weight off my mind. Oh. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we've discussed. Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. Bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. Oh? What the fuck? The fuck's going on right here? Guess I'll stop it here. It's been about like 2 hours almost, I think. Yeah, almost 2 hours. Thanks so much to everyone for stopping by, if it was during the stream or if you watch it afterwards. I have a video to edit of Persona 5 Strikers. Um, Hopefully, I'll get that out to you guys soon. Because unfortunately, my streaming did not want to work yesterday. But I still ended up recording some of my reaction and some of my gameplay. So we'll get some of that, and we'll definitely come back to this. I don't know how much more of the story is left. It feels like there's still so much to go through. Like I have no idea what's going on now, but yeah, we're almost. I think we're almost done. Um, who knows? But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.